Next, we look at our hourly employee class definition, and at line 4 here you can see that hourly employee extends employee. So now we can say that an hourly employee is an employee, and that means that an hourly employee has all of the public functionality of class employee plus the data of class employee, even though once again we can't access that data directly inside of this new class definition. So an hourly employee consists of a first name, a last name, and a social security number that we inherit, plus the additional pieces of information for the wages and hours worked, both of type double. And we need to initialize an hourly employee when we construct it, so we have a constructor that receives 5 pieces of data, and the first 3 of those are immediately passed to the superclass employees constructor to initialize the first name, last name, and social security number members of an hourly employee object. Again, we can't create an employee object directly, but we can create objects of the concrete subclasses of employee, and when we create those, the superclass employee constructor is used as part of the initialization process. After that happens, we then set the wages and hours worked for the hourly employee. And you'll notice that we've provided set and get methods for the wage and set and get methods for the hours worked. And down here at the bottom of the class, once again, you'll notice the same first line for our earnings method. It takes no parameters, it's called earnings, and it returns a double. And in this case, we have a more complex way of calculating the earnings that is specific to an hourly employee. So if the number of hours worked is less than or equal to 40, then we will simply return the wages times the hours, and we use our get methods to obtain those. Otherwise, we're going to return 40 times the wages, and then we're going to determine the amount of overtime hours. We're going to multiply that by the wage, and then 1.5 for the time and a half for any hours worked over 40 hours. Also at line 53 through 58, we've got a toString method where we want to output that the type of the employee is hourly employee. We're going to follow that with the string representation that we inherited from class employee, which will consist of the first name, the last name, and the social security number. So once again, we're using super.toString. And by the way, the super dot is extremely important because if we just said toString, we'd be calling the method we're defining and we'd have infinite recursion. After the first name, last name, and social security number, we'll output the wages, and we'll also output or create the string representation of, rather, the hours worked as well.
Looking to advance your career by acquiring new skills? Tired of expensive off-site training programs? Wish you could learn from the best instructors in the industry? Look no further than live lessons. Self-paced, personal video instruction by the world's leading technology publishers. Each live lesson comes with a DVD featuring 3 to 4 hours of instructor-led classroom training, sample program code that allows you to work along with your personal instructor, and an example-rich study guide. Live lessons allow you to watch the entire course from start to finish, or navigate directly to any of the individual lessons. You'll literally watch over the shoulder of your instructor as he shows you how to build state-of-the-art applications. Live lessons, the power of the world's leading technology experts at your fingertips. To learn more, visit mylivelessons.com today.